Welcome to the Dodgers Blue News channel. Before the news, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Now, let's get to the Dodgers news. Hey there, Dodgers fans. Today we're diving into 7 possible departures from our beloved team. Check this out. The Dodgers have just won another World Series title, their second in a row, and we're already looking ahead to what comes next. You all saw that epic Friday night, right? Miguel Rojas hitting that game-tying home run in the 9th inning, Yoshinobu Yamamoto giving an otherworldly performance, and finally the 5-4 win over the Blue Jays in the 11th inning. It was pure chills until the very last moment. Now hold on to this piece of info, folks. The Dodgers have a historic opportunity to become only the 3rd franchise in Major League Baseball history to win at least 3 consecutive World Series titles. The last team to do it? The Yankees, between 1998 and 2000. That's right, you heard it correctly. Looking at our roster, the good news is that the star core is locked in. Tyler Glasnow, Mookie Betts, Blake Snell, Shohei Ohtani, Freddie Freeman, and Yamamoto all have long-term deals, extending well beyond 2026. That gives us some serious peace of mind, doesn't it? But now comes the interesting part of the offseason. We've got 6 players eligible for salary arbitration, a $10 million team option for Max Muncy, and another worth $3.55 million to potentially keep Alex Veja on board. However, and this is the key point of today's talk, 7 players will see their contracts expire as soon as the offseason officially begins. Let's start with the first name on the list, Michael Conforto. Look, folks, I'll be honest with you. The Conforto experiment didn't go as we hoped here in Los Angeles. The Dodgers took a chance on him with a 1-year, $17 million deal last December. It made sense at the time. After all, the guy had hit 20 home runs for the Giants, our eternal rivals, in 2024. But the 2025 numbers tell a different story. In 138 games, Conforto hit just .199 with a .305 on-base percentage and a .333 slugging percentage. 12 home runs in total, and an OPS of .679. To give you some perspective, it was the first time since 2016 that he posted an OPS below league average. When the postseason arrived, Conforto was left off the Dodgers' playoff roster and had to watch from the bench while Kiké Hernández and Alex Call took over left field. Continuing with our list, the next name is Miguel Rojas. Take a look at this veteran story, folks. Rojas went from being a backup to a World Series hero on that unforgettable Saturday night. He was the one who hit the game-tying home run with 1 out in the 9th inning of Game 7. That moment will forever be etched in the memories of all of us who bleed Dodger blue. Rojas will turn 37 in February and will be a free agent this offseason. In October, he announced his plans to retire after the 2026 season and made it clear that he would love to return to Los Angeles for one final year. After that heroic performance in Game 7, honestly, how could the Dodgers even think about not bringing this guy back for one more season? The answer seems obvious, but let's see how the front office handles it. Now we come to a name that hits every Dodgers fan right in the heart. Next on the list is Clayton Kershaw. Kershaw won't be back in 2026 because the time has finally come for him to hang up his cleats. It's the end of an era, my friends. Kershaw, recognized as one of the greatest pitchers of his generation, announced in September that he will retire after this season. And what a way to say goodbye to baseball. 11 wins and only 2 losses, with a 3.36 ERA in his final season, capped off with a World Series title as the cherry on top. You couldn't script it any better than that. Over 18 seasons, all wearing the Dodgers uniform, Kershaw compiled an impressive record of 223 wins and 96 losses, with a 2.53 ERA and 3,052 strikeouts. Those numbers speak for themselves, but Kershaw's legacy goes far beyond the stats. He is Los Angeles, and Los Angeles is him. We're going to miss you, champ. Continuing our analysis, we arrive at Kiké Hernández. In a roster full of superstars, Hernández has played the role of utility man and culture builder in Los Angeles for 9 of his 12 major league seasons. This guy knows the clubhouse like few others, folks. Last year, Hernández hit .203 with a .255 on-base percentage and a .366 slugging percentage. He totaled 10 home runs and 35 RBIs in 92 games. His postseason numbers didn't help his case much either. just 5 hits in 28 at-bats in the World Series, for a .179 average. It wasn't the kind of performance we expected from him in the clutch moments. With free agency looming this offseason, Hernández could end up being left off the 2026 roster. Things get even trickier if the Dodgers decide to bring Rojas back to fill a utility role alongside Tommy Edman. The math starts getting tight for Kiké, and that stings a bit considering everything he's meant to this organization over the years. Next on the list is Andrew Heaney. The Dodgers signed Heaney after he was released by the Pittsburgh Pirates at the end of August. It was a low-risk move, the kind we often see at that point in the season. Heaney made just 1 appearance wearing Dodger blue, giving up 3 earned runs over 2 innings. Not exactly the impression he was hoping to make. He wasn't part of the Dodgers' postseason roster, and at 34 years old, it doesn't seem likely that he'll return to the club next year. Sometimes these late-season pickups work out, sometimes they don't. In Heaney's case, there just wasn't enough time to build any lasting connection with the organization. Continuing our list, we have Michael Kopech. The Dodgers acquired Kopech at the 2024 trade deadline, in the same deal that brought Edman to Los Angeles. And look, when this guy is healthy, he's fantastic. A 1.54 ERA over 35 innings since the trade. Those are elite numbers, folks. The problem lies in that one word, healthy. Kopech hasn't been healthy very often. He spent 2 stints on the 60-day injured list just this season. Twice, guys. And when playoff time came around, he wasn't physically ready to make the roster. It's frustrating to see an arm of that caliber being held back by his body. Durability is a real concern when it comes to Kopech, and it's definitely something the front office will have to weigh heavily when deciding his future with the team. Closing out our list of 7 possible departures, we arrive at Kirby Yates. Yates was one of the top relievers available in free agency last offseason and signed a 1-year, $13 million deal with the Dodgers in January. Expectations were high. He was supposed to be a high-impact option in manager Dave Roberts' bullpen, but unfortunately, things went in a completely different direction. Instead, Yates became one of Los Angeles' biggest problems throughout the season. In 50 appearances, totaling 41 1/3 innings, Yates allowed 24 earned runs on 38 hits and 17 walks. That added up to a 5.23 ERA and a 1.331 WHIP. To put it in perspective, it was his worst full season since his 3rd year in the majors, all the way back in 2016. Yates, like Kopech and Heaney, didn't pitch during the Dodgers' playoff run. When you invest $13 million in a reliever and he's unavailable to help in October, that says everything you need to know. And now, with these 7 departures on the horizon, what can we expect from the Dodgers in 2026? Well, the good news is that the core remains intact. Ohtani, Betts, Freeman, Yamamoto, Glasnow, and Snell continue to be the backbone of this team. These are the guys who keep us talking about a three-peat, not a rebuild. Now, some of these departures will create opportunities. Kershaw's retirement opens a spot for a young pitcher to establish himself in the rotation. The possible exits of Conforto and Hernández clear outfield spots and open roster space for developing talent or for the front office to make strategic offseason moves. The bullpen will need attention. Losing Yates isn't exactly a crushing blow considering his season, but a healthy Kopech will definitely be missed. The front office will likely look for reliable arms this offseason to bolster the bullpen for another deep playoff run. And about Rojas, it would be surprising if the Dodgers didn't bring the veteran back. After that Game 7 performance, he deserves to finish his career the way he always wanted, wearing Dodger blue. At the end of the day, these changes are part of baseball's natural cycle. The Dodgers have financial power, a strong development system, and a front office that knows how to identify talent. The pursuit of the three-peat remains strong, and these departures don't change that. Now, looking at this offseason objectively, the outlook is actually very favorable for the Dodgers, folks. Of the 7 departures we've analyzed here, only 2 really matter. Kershaw's retirement, which is purely emotional since the veteran was no longer a central piece of the rotation, and Rojas' potential exit, which could easily be solved with a 1-year extension. The rest are players who simply didn't deliver or had limited roles during the season. Conforto was a $17 million gamble that didn't pay off. Yates, $13 million down the drain. Hernández, as beloved as he is, didn't produce when it mattered most. Kopech and Heaney barely had time to make an impact. These exits, in fact, clear payroll space and open room for smarter moves. The reality is this: the Dodgers are losing depth, but they're not losing quality where it truly counts. The starting lineup, the one that steps on the field in the biggest games, remains untouched and dominant. In the end, this offseason isn't about concerning losses. It's about opportunities. Opportunities for the front office to make precise adjustments, bring in pieces that truly fit the puzzle, and give young talent a chance to shine. With the core locked in and plenty of financial flexibility, the Dodgers remain the absolute favorites heading into 2026. The three-peat isn't in danger because of these departures, quite the opposite. This roster cleanup might be exactly what the team needs to come back even sharper next season. And that's what really matters in the end. Now we want to hear from you. What do you think? Among these 7 possible departures, which one would be the hardest to accept? And is there a name in free agency you'd like to see wearing Dodger blue to fill those spots? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time, Dodgers Nation.